This story is about my friend's mother-in-law and her wedding. Strap in, guys. This is a wild ride in which I did the thing that got me banned from any of her family functions. Plus a few threats of dismemberment and bodily harm. A good friend of mine from university was getting married. They had been a couple since junior year of college, through her 2 years in the Peace Corps, and currently her return to this continent. 6 years in total. She had been to all manner of family functions and always came back with a strange story about how she thinks her mother-in-law secretly hates her. But she, being a very quiet and sweet person, pushed those thoughts aside. Point 1. She is vegetarian and Jewish. Husband is not. She was invited and went to Christmas dinner and figured she would just eat sides. As well, she brought a vegetarian casserole. Mother-in-law, after knowing her for 3 years, and being told by husband a few weeks before about not to forget friend doesn't eat meat, proceeded to put meat in every dish. Friend drank water and ate her casserole the whole night, while mother-in-law cried to everyone that friend was so rude for not eating her cooking. Anyway, back to the story. A few friends and I were asked to be in the wedding. Friend has a huge family, and so this was not going to be a small affair. Neither of them is particularly religious, but friend said would be nice to be married under a huppah. Think an arbor but 4 poles and covered with a white cloth and lots of flowers. Husband said he could care less, and told her to go and rent one for the wedding. I was at the bridal shower when mother-in-law found out the pretty canopy was actually a huppah. She almost lost her shit in front of a bunch of people, but managed to compose herself and laugh angrily that if the Jews were being represented, so would the Catholics. In my head, I heard a record screech, guys. They aren't Catholic. So after much fighting, a lot of screaming, crying, threatening to pull money, which is funny because she contributed nothing, mother-in-law lost. The boot was firmly placed and nothing was moving it. Huppah yes, Catholic priest no. Things got stupid quiet. My friend texts me the night before the wedding that she has a bad feeling. I tell her it's probably just nerves. She is getting married and this is a big deal. Oh, how wrong I was. We all show up, get our hair and makeup done, slip into our bridesmaid dresses and hang out waiting for the bride to be finished with her hair. She makes a comment saying she hadn't seen mother-in-law all day and that she skipped her hair and makeup appointment. We all side-eyed each other, took a few sips of wine, and hoped the eerie feeling would go away. 30 minutes later, as we are helping the bride into her dress, guess who shows up? If you guessed mother-in-law, you win a cookie. Flushed from coming up the stairs, she is not a light woman in full hair and makeup, and a white dress. Not ivory, not cream, full snow-fucking white. The dress was clearly a wedding dress. It was even from David's bridal, which she would later shout at me. Floor-length satin with a sweetheart beaded top, a bit of a train and off-white lace on the bottom. The dress was even tailored to her. This has been a long con she has orchestrated. The bride burst into tears and aunts and friends ushered mother-in-law out. We did our best to console the bride, touched up her makeup, and I made her a promise that the dress would never be seen in a photo. She looked me dead in the eye and nodded. The game was on. The venue only supplied white wine and champagne for the wedding party. But I grabbed my purse and ran down into the reception area and managed to flag an attendant by the bar and bribe him with a cool $20 to give me a bottle of red early. I cracked the baby open, filled a solo cup to the brim with it, and stalked outside. After a few swigs from the bottle for courage, I went over to where everyone was getting ready to take photos. With one last hard stare at my friend, I got her nod of approval. I pulled out my phone, held it in front of my face like I was reading a text, and walked straight into mother-in-law. I poured the entire cup of red wine down the front of her dress, jumped back and gasped. The look on her face was murderous. She screamed, yelled, threatened, and promised she would sue me. People had to hold her back because she wanted to fight me. Eventually, she switched from screaming to sobbing and sank to the ground and threw a tantrum on the floor. Everyone moved back and just let her go at it and walked away to go take photos. It was surreal, as if everyone just hit their limit and noped out from around her. The 12-year-old flower girl whipped out her phone and snapped a few photos, much to our amusement. This is already super long, but I will say that mother-in-law went home and changed, only 20 min from venue, into a nice dark green too small and low-cut dress. Because of this, she missed all of the photos. Wedding was beautiful. I got death glares from everyone she told that I attacked her with wine. No fucks were given as I drank and danced with friends. Bride thanked me in secret, and 3 months later took me to the spa for a day of pampering. But I am officially that ISIS cunt to mother-in-law, and I'll take it with pride. I am not a superhero, but I am a woman who has been kicked around a lot due to ethnicity by this mother-in-law and had 0 fucks left to give. Lone Ranger style my fight or flight reaction is permanently stuck on fight. The couple has been NC for the last 1.5 years since the wedding.